Hi, beautiful people. I just tried to do a live and I forgot. I've got consecutive bans on Instagram and Facebook. I can't do lives. I'm a naughty boy posting things that people don't like. Well, the powers that be don't like truth and things that don't go along with their propaganda narratives. So I thought I'd jump on here and do a video instead. And this title, Why I Had to Get Away from My Wife. I chose that title because people also love drama. Ooh, trouble in paradise. Um, yeah, I think we get addicted to drama. I'm also doing it at 11:11 for these people who, get into the numbers. If you see 11:11 all the time on your phone, or 555, or 444, or 333, maybe you're just on your phone too much. I don't know. Um, so yeah, why I had to get away from my wife. It's a necessity for me and my wife to get away from each other, to spend some time apart. Like as soon as she leaves or as soon as I leave, like I miss her. I miss the crap out of her. And I love missing my wife. I love missing her. And I'd rather miss her than be around her all the time, 24/7, and then pointing out or watching and being reminded of the little things that are annoying when we're together. And yeah, of course, we're not happy all the time in terms of like we're not roses and chocolates, but we have little, niggles and things come up, but we know how to work through those things. We know how to talk about those things and to those things and with each other. We have regular sharings, honest sharings with each other all the time about whatever's going on, good and bad. We don't just, like, can we have a sharing? If I keep saying, can we have a sharing only when things are bad, then whenever I say, can we have a sharing, it'd be like, oh no, what have I done? Oh no, there's more trouble. So sometimes our sharings are, I just want to let you know, things are amazing and I'm loving life at the moment and I'm loving you at the moment. Or what I noticed this morning when you were talking to that person, the compassion and the consideration and the kindness you had for that person is amazing. So often use it to acknowledge each other, like to see qualities and strengths, and also to talk about what I notice is alive in me at the moment. What I notice is, things aren't the way I imagined things would be, or I notice we're disconnected at the moment. Um, I notice I'm shutting down. It can be anything at all. And these sharings, I know these sharings are what makes us so good as a team, as a husband and wife, as a couple. They save us because we have the conversations that I've never wanted to have in relationship before. The honest conversations I used to hide from. I used to, like not go there because I was scared of hurting them or I was scared of them leaving me and, like them not loving me anymore. And I realized the sooner I have those conversations, even if they choose to leave me, at least I know sooner. But there's something magical that happens in me having the conversation and bringing up something that I've been avoiding or that I notice. And I'll even start with that. If I want to have a difficult conversation, I'll just say, I notice there's something I've been avoiding and I haven't wanted to tell you because I'm afraid it'll hurt you or I'm afraid you might leave me or. But in having that conversation, there's a magic that happens, first of all, where I just get it out. It's like, whoa, oh, so I can see it. That's what it looks like. It sheds light on it. And from there, we can do something with it. Whereas when it's mixed up with all the other stuff that's going on, the darkness, the turmoil, the trauma, or whatever inside, then it's bigger than Ben-Hur. It seems unmanageable, like a can of worms that I don't want to open. But often what happens as well, an added bonus, is she's often experiencing and noticing the same thing, and neither of us are voicing it. So having regular sharings, we are continually talking about what's alive in each moment. And it might be just that. What I notice, what's alive in me right now is, and there's something important about, the importance about sharing, guys, is only one person shares and one person listens. And generally at the end of the sharing, the person who's listening will repeat back exactly what, like I'll repeat back what I've heard my wife say and say, did I hear you correctly? And sometimes I don't. Sometimes she'll say, no, that's not what I'm saying, because we often hear things through our own filter, through our own glasses, through our own not feeling good enough, our own fear of rejection, for whatever is going on inside. So it's important to repeat back exactly what I hear her say. And then, did I hear you correctly? Yes. And then there's something magical that happens, even though we know this is an exercise. Like, I'm just listening. I'm just going to listen, and then I'm going to repeat back. But there's something magical that happens inside that my whole system just goes, oh my God, I feel heard. And I think this is all any of us want, is to feel heard, valued, understood, you know. So yeah, regular sharings help us do that. So why I had to get away from my wife, it wasn't about just getting away from my wife. It was about having time for me, alone time. I need space, guys. Like, we both need space, you know. Susanna went away a couple of weeks ago for a couple of days down in Cinnamon. I've just come up to this amazing spot in Kintamani up in down by Lake Patua, and it's really, really beautiful here. I need to recharge. I need to, you know, just to be with my thoughts. I need to, you know, to walk on my own, do things on my own, sleep on my own, recharge on my own. It's invaluable for us. So it's not about getting away from my wife so much as it is getting toward me and getting closer to me. And like I said, I love missing my wife as soon as I leave, and that missingness is what keeps us alive and keeps the spark alive. And you know, we communicate regularly, we message and we video, and there's something really, really beautiful about that. So some people freak out and they're like, oh my God, how can you, you know, like, you wanting to be away from your wife is the opposite of love, or the opposite of what a relationship's meant to be. And I totally disagree with that. I think getting away and having solo time is exactly what makes a marriage work, and exactly what makes a relationship healthy and sustainable. Being together 24/7, I don't think is sustainable, especially, I mean, essentially for me, I'm speaking for myself here. Some people love it, some people it works for them, but definitely not for me. And yeah, it's about making time. Like, some people say, I don't have time to get away by myself, or I don't have the time, and I don't think anyone has the time. We make time for the things that are important in our life. If you don't make time, time will make you. And then we get lost in, you know, like when we're not happy, if we don't have those important conversations, we can get lost in addictions, get lost in, you know, like busying ourselves, and yeah, and turn to things that aren't necessarily healthy for us. There's an old Irish saying that says, you know, a man takes a drink and then the drink takes the man. And there's a lot of truth in that with many things, you know, like get lost on our phones, social media, and so it's nice just to get away and be with myself, play some music, and you know, play with my cards, my oracle cards, or draw a card, and just, yeah, be. It's really nice to just be. So I'll show you where I am, so you can have a look. Can't turn that around, so I'll just turn the camera around. These are my cards, my ukulele, and this is the beautiful spot that I'm staying at. You can't really see. It's probably hard to see, there's a lake just there, surrounded by these mountains. It's almost like being back in New Zealand. It's beautiful. I love this greenery here, and there's a beautiful light rain happening. There's a thermal hot water pool just down here. And each of these rooms here have their own private pool. I stayed in one of those last night. I just moved because I prefer to have this beautiful view behind me of the mountain. Anyway, hope you can relate, guys. And yeah, if you can relate, or you have questions or comments, please leave them below. And yeah, sending you love and hugs and good vibes wherever you are, especially to my gorgeous wife. Thank you for letting me do this. Thank you for letting me, I mean, first of all, for understanding why we get away, why we need this space, but also for, you know, for allowing me to open our relationship to the world. And I think this is how I learn, at least, from hearing other people. So we're nearly coming up to 10 minutes on this call, longer than I would normally do for a video call, but yeah, it was meant to be a quick live. Not allowed to do lives anymore, I'm a naughty boy. Anyway, have an amazing day, night, wherever you are, guys. Sending love.